let's see, it's Thursday. Yay. 1 week away from Thanksgiving in the U.S. My favorite holiday. But I think this year I'm going to break my rule. And I'm going to decorate for Christmas. I have like the pumpkins, like not jack-o'-lanterns left over from Thanksgiving, but I'm going to kind of do a Thanksmas or something. I don't know. I just need to do something different. So anyway, sorry, people are texting me. I'm gonna have to put my phone like over here so I don't look at it. And the funniest thing I saw, like right before I went, I looked at the chat. Sorry for being late. By the way, welcome to True Crime Sushi. My name's Amy, and hello, Sushi Crew. I looked at the comments and I saw, "We're here for you, Miss Sushi," and I just about died. I had to stop for a minute. So yeah, hey. I see a lot of familiar faces, a couple of new. So yeah, good to see you all. I really appreciate it. So because I'm running late, because Webster's is at 10:15, this is going to be really brief, and it's it's on me. I actually work today, so I was kind of excited to do that. I know that sounds weird to some of you, but I just have to get back into it. So I have a lot of stuff I want to cover, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to do it. So, hey, Heather Murray, thank you so much for being here. It's good to see you. And I did email you back today, by the way. So I hope you get that. But thank you. Hey, Tambra. Hey, Athena. Love Charlie Faith, Candy Williams, Tracy Sterler, Twin Mom 2011. Love, let's see. Insightful One, good to see you. Empress Takalata Kaka, you're always going to make me say that. Ping the Router, my sweet friend AR, Tia Bennett, Sherry Runs Late, the Clan Dad. Let's see. P. Ann, Petunia. I love that name, Petunia. It's so sweet. Okay, so here's the deal. I have some videos I want to play, but then I want to get into the new documents from today because I'm kind of like a day behind and want to take care of that. So we'll get right into it. And I'm going to start with going back in time. And it's kind of interesting, if you guys haven't done this lately, how things were reported not that long ago. So I'll go ahead and start with that. And then we will chat away. So give me uno momento. Let's see. This one? Nope. All right, I have 3 videos up. Let's see. Oh, here we go. This is the one. Here we go. Let me go ahead and just to make sure, I'm going to remove myself. So I'm going to be gone for a second.
We've got some new developments now in another big story. A family member of Lori Vallow Daybell says he has proof Lori's brother tried to kill him. Now, Lori's brother is the same person, Alex Cox, who had shot and killed Lori's ex-husband, Charles. That happened in Chandler months before. Daybell, meantime, is in an Idaho jail with a $1 million bond. Her 2 kids, JJ and Tylee, have not been seen since September. Our Claudia Rupsich has new details.
Brandon Boudreaux and his ex-wife Melanie are in the middle of a nasty child custody battle. According to new court documents, Boudreaux claims he has evidence that Lori Daybell's brother Alex Cox tried to kill him outside his Gilbert home on October 2nd, 2019. In his filing, he says because it's an open investigation, he can't yet reveal all the evidence, but that Melanie was involved and that a detective will testify to what he's saying.
He also wanted me to find the vehicle that Alex was driving, and also see if I could locate his estranged wife.
After the shooting, Boudreaux hired private investigator Rich Robertson. Boudreaux said he saw a rifle with a silencer come out of the back of a Jeep Wrangler. Police say it was registered to Lori's ex-husband, Charles Vallow. Vallow was shot and killed in Chandler by Alex Cox months before.
He was fearful. That's kind of the fear of the unknown at that point.
Robertson says on Halloween night, he saw Alex Cox and Melanie clear out her rental home in Gilbert and load up a U-Haul.
For reasons I do not understand at this point, Melanie Boudreaux left her kids' clothing and toys and bedding materials on the curb of her house when she left there to move to Rexburg, Idaho.
Melanie's attorneys have said she had nothing to do with the shooting in Gilbert and that Alex Cox was seen on surveillance video in a storage unit in Rexburg on that same day. But recently enhanced video from that day shows that the person seen with Lori looks more like Chad Daybell and not Alex Cox.
It's important to the overall investigation of all of those things together to know where people were at different times.
Boudreaux has also claimed that Melanie joined Lori and Chad's doomsday cult and that she has information on the whereabouts of JJ and Tylee. In Madison County, Idaho, Lori will have a preliminary hearing in May. The prosecution will present interviews with Melanie, her current husband, and Chad Daybell's family members. Claudia Rupsich, ABC 15 Arizona.
So you guys know that's from 2020. That's before we even found the children. Absolutely unbelievable that it's taken this long. So I guess, because I have some other videos queued up, I want to ask you all, has everybody seen the body cam video of the police going out and taking the report when Brandon Boudreaux reports being shot at? I gotta take a poll here real quick. Tamper Chad should grow a beard. Yeah, then maybe he'd look like he had a chin. Let's see. Okay, so Emily says yes, she's seen the body cam. I don't want to play it if you guys have already seen it, because it's kind of long and there's like a lot of stuff I want to go over. Okay, yes, you saw the body stuff today. Okay, good, Jennifer White. So a lot of you haven't. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and it's kind of long, but I'm going to share. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and share it. I'm just going to go ahead and share it. If we get cut short. Yeah, okay. Going back and forth. Okay, Eric, you have a good point. If we want to watch the full thing, it's 2 hours. I am going to actually send you over to Breaking Crime with Big E. I'll put his YouTube channel link in my description because I didn't do a full description for this video. Twin Mom says you don't know anything. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. It's like 9:30 and I have 45 minutes and it's long. Let me think about this for a minute. I'm going to go ahead and play a short clip. Oh, thank you, Hybrid Pisces. I really appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and show you the short clip that I have because it contains what I kind of want to point out to you. I'll give you just 1 second here. And we will do that. I think it's this one. Yep.
And he died at their house. He was in Chandler. They think I'm involved in it. I have nothing to do with it. I don't want anything to do with them.
Your car's still running too, dude.
It does. It's electric.
Okay. You can't just turn it off?
It doesn't turn off with the keys in there. won't go anywhere. It's too far. If I walk away, though, the doors are closed. That's why I left it in there.
Oh, serious? Gotcha. Never mind. I'll leave it in there then.
Sorry. I'm just a little nervous.
So, did you like bend down when it hit in there?
No, I didn't know what was going on, man. I just pulled up. I just
Uh-huh.
went to the gym. I was getting head to work. There's a Jeep parked there. Thought it was weird that
Where
it
was the park?
Texas plates just right there where your car is, just parked towards that van, and then they had the back.
Okay.
They lifted the back thing, and I saw the muzzle, heard a bang, my window shattered, and it was like, wow, it's pointed there. So I just
go just right over here.
Where were you on the car?
driving. Just
No, like in the street. Where were you
right
when it hit you?
I literally just didn't turn into my driveway because I saw the thing come up, and it was such a weird thought to me. I was like, what the heck, this is weird. I do have cameras, by the way.
You do.
Nest camera right here, so we might be able to see something. So I pulled in, and I was thinking, okay, I'm going to pull in my driveway. I was noticing that. I saw it come up, and I heard the bang, and immediately I just pushed the gas and went forward because I was like, I'm getting shot at. I didn't know. For a second there, it didn't go through my window, so I was thinking maybe it's just a paintball gun or something. And I still thought that all the way till I saw that there's a bullet up there.
Okay.
Or what looks like a bullet.
Hold up your nest, see if it shows anything. Even like the Jeep pulling up or anything. It's a Wrangler, is that what you said?
Now, green you're talking about? Are we talking that type of green?
Like a hunter green?
Like a pukey green.
Like a puke green.
Okay, that's kind of more of a pukey green. Are we talking a chartreuse? I know it sounds like got a gazillion colors green.
Let me just try and find it on my nest.
Look at your nest. He's got a nest right there.
Fantastic. Do you have is that your car registered to you? The driver or your registration? Okay, I'll just get all your.
Like that puke green?
Like that.
Like this puke green.
Yeah, that color right there. That's the color.
It's more of like a camel green. There you go. Camel green.
Oh, camel green. Okay.
You're good, dude.
Um,
Are they sending a detective out? This definitely,
I don't know.
the detective
Is-
should come
I'm
out.
Assuming,
I'm still recording.
Oh, I am too. Scott's
I'm
coming
going to
out.
walk up. Is he?
I don't know.
I think you need to call him.
Well,
Did
I
you
thought
call
he was
him?
Well, you just said about Scott coming out.
No, I said I would call him.
Oh,
Do you
well,
want me to
of
call
course.
him?
I thought he was coming out.
I'll call him right now.
Get him on the radio and say, "Come on out."
Okay, that's what I wanted to show you, and I'll go ahead and, like I said, I'll direct you over to Big E. So depending on what version, and unless you're watching like the full version, that female officer, of course, this is going to keep playing. Hold on one second. I'm going to fix that right now. Off with your head. I have all the power. Okay, so this female officer shows up, and Brandon Boudreaux says, while I was driving my car and I was shot at, she's like, okay, let's just circle back and go from here. She kind of reminds me of like out of Fargo. I mean, it's a little crazy. But what I wanted you to hear was kind of her, and I am going to pick on her, and I don't care. This guy has just been shot at. He's clearly traumatized. They still haven't got the backstory from him. And they're asking him about the color of the color and make of the car that he believes shot at him. And he's saying puke green. And she's like, well, I don't know, chartreuse. What, I know it doesn't seem important. It's like she's making a joke. Somebody just shot at him, and there's physical evidence on his Tesla. She's more wowed by his car than anything else. She can't seem to gather that he's renting a house, and everything about it just ticks me off. But here's the biggest thing. Or not the biggest thing. You hear partially where there's this disconnect between her and the other responding officer. The other responding officer is like, is there a detective coming out? And she's like, well, Scott's coming out. And he's like, he is. And she's like, I don't know. And it just like, it's just so unprofessional. So there's a part where the male officer is trying to get the street blocked off so that no traffic can come down. And you can see a lady, like, she's like, I'm just doing my mail. And he's like, you're going to have to go around. And he's asking for an extra car to try to, keep the crime scene clear. And she's still just kind of all over the place. But what really, really struck me is that Brandon's like, well, first of all, let me tell you this. The male police officer says, I'm going to walk the street looking for extra shell casings just in case. They kept asking Brandon, was there only one shot? He's kind of saying yes. And yeah, you're right, Eric. They say he's shot at, and they're like, that's weird. Like, but they're asking Brandon, like, hey, are you sure you only heard one shot? Because, we want to make sure that like nobody else was hit and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, no. And so they're like, well, we're going to walk the street looking for the, another shell casing or what have you. But this has just happened. Brandon called 911 right away. He's giving them a make and model of a car with a color and saying that he believes that it might be his ex-wife and his ex-brother-in-law, and they don't put out an APB for the Jeep. And did I get something wrong here? Because if I got something wrong, please tell me. But I listened to the whole thing. They did not. Wouldn't you think, like, immediately, get on the radio and say, we are looking for a Jeep Wrangler, army green, camo green, puke green, whatever freaking color green Brandon says it is. Brandon even tells them what direction they turned when they left his house. He even goes that far. He says, because basically he's getting ready to pull into his driveway, right? He sees the, barrel of a rifle come out a back window. And he's like, holy crap, here's the gunshot. And instead of turning, he hits his accelerator, which probably saved his life. And he sees the car, he sees the Jeep pull away. He could tell him what direction they were going in. And nobody puts out an APB. You have like a potential suspect who obviously has a description and a vehicle description. Oh my God. Like if I was Brandon, I would have been like, excuse me, 911. You sent me some rejects. I was just shot at. Yeah. I almost just died. I gave him a vehicle description and where they went. Yeah. No, these two guys, no, you gotta make them go. Yeah, send Fargo away. Thanks. And then I'd call again. It's mind-blowing. Brandon would have been better off chasing them himself. I mean, a crazy person. Lori Vallow with her butterfly net would have been better. I just, I can't. And I kept watching today thinking, am I missing this? Like, I don't understand this. Like, I don't get it. I mean, these are 20-year-old cops. These are, middle-aged to a little bit later, depending on what you consider middle-aged. But just like, you were just shot at. Do you know if this was like in an area of Chicago where this happened every, 30 minutes, and I'm not saying anything about Chicago, but they have a high crime rate and they have some bad areas. And I used to go there a lot, not to the bad areas, but to Chicago. That's a whole nother thing. But even there, they're like, oh, yeah, so we have a shooting, and so it's a car. It has at least 2 doors and 4 tires, and the taillights are yellow, and yeah, be on the lookout. It's like, I just can't with this stuff. I just can't. If I was Brandon Boudreaux, I would be sorry. I'm wearing like a long sweater, and it started like dangling on my feet, and of course I thought it was a snake because that's who I am. Because I'm neurotic. So be like you didn't hear me like throw everything in the air. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, you're right. Well, Scrappy Joe is the man. So yeah, he would have he would have got him. That little lowrider, Trisha's dog, he would have had a skin belly and got to them before those cops. Good grief. That was like not my biggest takeaway, but that was a huge takeaway from today. Was like, I'm listening and I'm going, well, when are they going to call this car in? When are they going to call this car in? When are they going to call this car in? Like, minutes are going by, nothing. Why? This seems like it should be like True Crime 101. And then they started talking about, like, when they find out that Brandon's Nest Cam isn't recording because it's new, the officer says, well, I'm going to look for, other cameras in the area. Well, how about let's put down our little Inspector Gadget goggles, and why don't you and your friends start knocking on doors? Hey, you have a Nest Cam? Hey, you got a cam? Hey, you got a cam? Hey, you got a cam? Because, wait, we got a good vehicle description. It just effing happened. We have an eyewitness because he survived. And it's like, I just can't. It blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind. So there's a lot of new documents today. Yeah, they were from the Interior Design Division. Yeah, Tracy Schuler. They all went out and got drunk, and they showed up at Crime Scene 101. How flippant, especially the female officer was. Yep, drop the ball. Bumbling. I keep it coming. Keep it coming, because I need to know it's not just me. And if you disagree with me, please tell me. I want to hear it. But especially the female officer, she's just, cracking jokes. Can you imagine your ex-wife, or one you're in a contentious divorce with, or whatever's freaking going on, is crazy. She's cultish. Her brother's a killer. You're already like laying low in your Tesla, but whatever. And you call because you're shot at. You have clear evidence that you were shot at, and people are cracking jokes at you. And I can't, maybe Eric can tell me, I can't really confirm this, but it seems that at one point, Brandon's kind of like, I'm filling in the blanks here, but Brandon's kind of saying, I was just shot at. I don't want to like stand out here. And he's like, yeah, man, you're okay. You just go up there. I mean, if a car just drove by and shot at me, I don't think I'd want to be standing like straight out in my front yard. Especially, I mean, those cops would be of no comfort to me personally. The minute they rolled up, like, hey, what's going on? Was shot at. Well, I'm going to need a little bit more information than that. No, you don't. You don't need to know how the thing on the Tesla works. You don't need to have the motor shut off. You don't need any of that. Like, what? Oh, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. If it was covered in cameras or not, I think he would have had to have them on, but I'm not sure. I'm not totally sure. Anyway, I can tell like this is going to take a lot more time than yeah, that's true. The only thing they did was a quick clear of his house. Yeah. But I mean, shouldn't you be like, wow, I wonder if there's any green Jeeps in the area. I wonder if anybody driving a green Jeep might have a long range rifle, or, somewhere they could lie down on the back of it and shoot out a back window. Because he was pretty specific. He said he saw a window in the back come up, and I think he even said like one of those half windows, window in the back coming up, and then the rifle coming out. It's crazy. I don't know which one you're talking about, but I was gonna pull it up on Justin Loom. Is that what you're talking about, Eric? Oh yeah. Twin Mom 2011. Thank you for reminding me. Noah and Amber Claire were found safely today. So that's 2 for 2 in 1 month. So yeah. My email is actually, I'm going to give you another one. I'm going to give you my Gmail because I can't pull up my other one on my computer. Because you want to, I could tell you like why, but it wouldn't make any sense. The real reason is I forgot the password. So it comes in on my phone, but I can't get it on my computer. So I'd have to forward it to this one anyway. I'm going to go ahead and share what Justin had posted, and then I'll go back to the chat and look. So Justin posted a lot today, but this is let me make sure I went back as far as I could go. More body cam. We can go all the way back here. So, oh God, there's so much. There is so much. I'm gonna have to come back and do this. Because I really kind of want to do it as it was released. Let me just keep going back here. All right, so here's the original. And I'll read this, and I'll show it to you. So yesterday at 6:30, Justin Loom reports Gilbert PD submits case to MCAO, Maricopa County, regarding shooting at Brandon Boudreaux, ex-husband of Lori Vallow's niece, Melanie Pulowski. Boudreaux was shot at as he arrived home on 10/2/19 and believes Lori's late brother, Alex Cox, opened fire. Police forwarded charges to MCAO against Chad Daybell and Lori Vallow for attempted first-degree murder. Per report, Alex Cox would be arrested and charged for the same offense if he was still alive. Some of the details are redacted, but Cox is named driving back to Rexburg, Idaho in a Jeep Wrangler after Chad and Lori were seen on surveillance storing a Jeep wheel in a storage unit. Case now under review by prosecutor. We have received new evidence, including body camera footage and the shooting response. So, I mean, whoa. So we have all of this. It's just a matter of not having the luxury of time tonight. I got to go back because I spazzed out and hit a button because that's what I do. All right, so here we go. Let me see if I can make this bigger for people that haven't seen it. And there's a Facebook notification. Chad and Lori were captured on surveillance storing the Jeep's wheel at a storage unit. That was approximately 13:30 hours. On 10/3/2019 at approximately 4:30 hours, Alex returned to Rexburg, Idaho in the Jeep Wrangler at approximately 14:11 hours. Lori and Alex were captured on surveillance removing Jeep's wheel and back seat from the storage unit. Criminal charges. The below charges are being forwarded to Maricopa County Attorney's Office against Chad Guy Daybell and Lori Noreen Vallow-Daybell. 1 count Arizona revised statute, first-degree murder, attempted conspiracy to commit via Arizona revised statute, blah, blah, blah. And Alexander Lamar Cox died in Arizona on 12/12/2019. If Alex were alive, he would have been arrested and charged for the same offense. As of this supplement, charges are not being submitted against Melanie Lee Boudreaux Pulowski. So that's a little strange. I'm going to go back to the chat and see what you guys are saying. Okay. Hold on, let me check my email real quick. Oh, wow, thank you. All right, so I can't download it now, but I will later. Yeah, it's in my email. Eric, I mean, I don't want to put you on the spot, but do you want to come up here and help me out for a few minutes? Or, I mean, it'd really only be 10 minutes, but if you'd rather hang in the chat, I totally understand. I think what I need to do, because I've shown you all, and I'll put this link too, there's a lot of documents up on Facebook. If you don't have access to Facebook, what I can do is screenshot it and then put it in, put them on Twitter, or put them on, put them somewhere where you guys can, the non-Facebook users have them, Instagram, whatever. I can put them everywhere. Let's see. So there's the Chandler footage. Let me see what else is in here. Okay, so this, because we have time to do this. All right. Let me just make this bigger. On November 15th, 2019, police say Melanie Boudreaux, not yet Pulowski, came to Brandon's friend's home saying the Holy Spirit told her that the kids were there. The Yules told GPD, Gilbert Police Department, Melanie threatened them, saying if they knew what was good for them, they would tell her where her kids were. The Yules say Melanie got into her Kia and a bald white man was in the driver's seat. Melanie allegedly identified the man as her friend. They drove away but came back several minutes later. Melanie allegedly got out and stood next to the car staring at the Yules' residence. About a week later, Melanie was arrested in Utah for criminal trespassing on the property of Brandon Boudreaux's parents who were watching their kids. So then there's that 911 call, but we kind of talked about this the other night. And so let me go back and look and see what you were saying. Oh, no problem, Eric. No problem. Maybe we can. Well, Trisha has her own agenda. So I know she has a different plan for the evening. I think what I'm going to do. Here's the plan, kids. Let's take a vote. I will go ahead and I will make sure everybody has access to these. I will download what Eric so graciously just gave to me. There is so much I want to go over here because, I keep talking about how we think we know the timeline and then something else happens and it kind of like everything kind of expands and adjusts and fills in little spaces. So can we do this? I'll be more than happy to do it tomorrow night, if you'd like. Or we can talk about the Turpins, which I wanted to do on Saturday. We can do that another night. Because I think I'd rather go over, not that the Turpin case isn't the House of Horrors and the whole Diane Sawyer interview isn't super interesting. I definitely want to keep up with that. But I would rather do 2 shows, even in one day. If I had to do one in the afternoon and one at night, I would rather do 2 than let this stuff go. Because this is extremely important. I really want to go through all of them. So what do you guys think? I'm not going to push myself, Tamara. Don't worry. I'm not. I need to be busy. I really wasn't thinking when I said I would go live tonight. I mean, I was, but I was, honest to God, I thought it was Friday. So I just feel like I kind of wasted y'all's time. Yeah. So Twin Mom 11, that's how I feel. I would like to be very thorough and like be able to do the backstory of everything. And I would like to provide you with the full body cam beforehand because there's no way I can play 2 hours here. We would be here for 6 hours, and I'm not one of those people that can do 6-hour lives. I'm just not. Ping, why are you saying, Do I have to beat you with cookies? You thought it was Wednesday? No, you lost today. Yeah, I know. I think a lot of people are losing days this week. That's weird. You know, the other thing is, like while I'm trying to do this, like my phone is blowing up because my mom like just posted everything. So, yeah. Okay. All right. So it's a date. Let's plan tomorrow night. I'll post a time later. Let me just make sure, you know, my little, not my little friends, my super good close friends on YouTube. I don't have any conflicts. I really want to do a thorough thing. When I say like there's a bunch of documents, and they need to be read and discussed. And I will try to get those all up for you tomorrow, or maybe tonight. I'll try to get them up for you, and that way everybody has access to them. So we'll still go through them, but if you want to read through them first, because you know some people are better visually, and some people are better audio, and I don't know. I'm trying to work with you, so let's do that. I think I have. Let me look at this. I think I have time to go through this real quick. I do. So I'll go ahead and read this to you. This is the interview of Brandon and Claudia Ewell. So on November 5th, 2019, while conducting follow-up reference this investigation, I spoke with Brandon Boudreaux via his cellular phone. Brandon informed me he recently learned his estranged wife, Melanie Boudreaux, had moved to Rexburg, Idaho. Brandon also advised me he was currently staying away from his residence in Gilbert and had custody of his 4 children. Brandon stated he was told by his friend, Brandon Ewell, that Melanie and a male subject he suspected to be Alexander Cox had visited Brandon Ewell's residence in Gilbert the previous weekend. Melanie was reportedly looking for her children at the Ewell residence. Brandon Boudreaux stated, following the shooting, which initiated this investigation, he briefly stayed at the Ewell residence with his 4 children. It was reported the Ewells felt intimidated by Melanie and the male subject. On November 5th, 2019, at approximately 18:27 hours, I was able to make contact with Brandon Ewell and his wife, Claudia Ewell, via Brandon's cellular phone. Brandon advised me that he and Claudia were currently out of Arizona on an employment-related trip. I subsequently spoke with Brandon and Claudia together via speakerphone. My interview was audio recorded. A copy of the recording was later impounded at the Gilbert Police Department as evidence. The following is a summary of the interview. Refer to the recording for additional information. Brandon and Claudia reside at redacted Gilbert with their children. Brandon and Claudia were aware of this investigation concerning someone shooting at Brandon Boudreaux. Brandon Boudreaux was identified as a friend of the Ewell family. Claudia also identified Melanie as her friend. Claudia explained on November 1st, 2019, approximately sometime between 1700 and 1800 hours, she was leaving her residence. Claudia said she was in her vehicle and driving out of her garage when she observed Melanie standing in her driveway. Claudia exited the vehicle and contacted Melanie. Claudia said Melanie told her the Holy Spirit told Melanie her children were at the Ewell residence and Melanie was there to collect her children. Reminds me of that, like, Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. You guys know that one? I could just see Mel doing it in the driveway. Claudia replied Melanie's children were not at the residence and invited Melanie into the home. By this time, Claudia had altered Brandon, or it says altered, but it's a typo. Claudia had alerted Brandon to Melanie's arrival. When Melanie entered the home, she continued to ask for her children and repeated the Holy Spirit told her where to find her children. Melanie also warned Brandon and Claudia that Brandon Boudreaux was involved in dark things. Melanie did not elaborate further. Brandon and Claudia continued to tell Melanie her children were not at the residence. Brandon explained Melanie threatened he and Claudia, stating something to the effect that if they knew what was good for them, they would tell Melanie where their children were. Melanie eventually left the residence and entered her white Kia SUV parked in front of the residence. Claudia said Melanie sat in the vehicle for approximately 20 minutes before Claudia approached the vehicle to speak with Melanie. Claudia described Melanie seated in the passenger seat while a bald Caucasian male sat in the driver's seat. Claudia said she had never seen Melanie act this way before and was concerned about her behavior. Claudia asked Melanie who the male seated in the vehicle was. Melanie identified the male as her friend, and Claudia said the male did not acknowledge her. Melanie and the male eventually drove away from the Ewell residence, only to return several minutes later. Brandon and Claudia said the vehicle stopped on the street several homes away from them. Melanie exited the vehicle and stood next to the vehicle, staring towards the Ewell residence. Melanie remained there for several minutes before re-entering her vehicle and driving away again. Brandon and Claudia said they observed Melanie's vehicle return a second time and park on the street again. The vehicle again remained parked for a period of time before driving away again. Brandon said because of Melanie's demeanor and her statements, he was concerned for the safety of his family. Brandon and Claudia did not contact the police following the incident because they did not want to get further involved. I encouraged Brandon and Claudia to contact Gilbert Police Department if Melanie or anyone else returned to the residence. I then concluded my contact with them. You guys, let me make sure that's the end of that little one, and it's 10:02. That's so crazy. I can't even imagine like that happening and knowing what we know now, what they must feel. It's absolutely insane to me. And these people are lucky, in my opinion, to be alive too. So hold on one second, because I am getting a message from somebody and they're saying it's urgent. So sorry. Let's see. I hate it when it's nothing. All right, let me see what you guys are saying. Are you laughing at my China Phillips Holy Spirit activate? Oh no. Petunia. Well, it's going to either be Lori, Chad, or ding, 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 Melanie. Sorry. What else are you guys saying? Treasure. Can someone refresh my memory? What city and state was Brandon shot at? He was shot at in Gilbert, Arizona. Oh, you know what, PB&J? I do know about the eclipse, and I was just thinking I need to get my telescope out tonight. I don't know. I have an eyepiece that I can use for those kind of things. Or I can hook my camera up to it so I don't have to use my eye. Oh, you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Twin Mom 11. I want you guys to know I actually went through and I read so many comments today and it was overwhelming. I consider you guys friends. I felt like I know a lot of you. I want to get to know a lot of you better. But, sometimes I think I'm crazy for thinking that, and just all the outpouring has been overwhelming. So thank you. Ping, don't apologize for being burnt out. You have like a lot of busy stuff too. And I will, I'm sorry. It was PB&J, I think. Yep. You said Get some rest, Amy. Set your phone to west and record from 4 to 6 a.m. for the eclipse to watch. Its beauty and peace. Imagine your dad as they're watching with you from heaven, or wait 500 years. Yeah, I don't want to wait 500 years. And I'm so into that stuff. My husband married a geek. He was like, most girls want purses and jewelry, and my wife wants like telescopes or an authentic sextant, not a sextant like to look at the stars and all that. Oh, Twin Mom 11, thank you. My eyes still aren't back to normal. My tears like burn my skin, and you can still see I look. It doesn't really show up on camera that much. I have 2 little patches right here. They're like burned by my tears. Super fun. But I have found a lot of peace, and I really do owe that to you guys a lot. And also that, I think I said this last night, but I have a personal, I mean, I'm a very science-based person, and I read a lot of articles. And when this all started happening, like I read everything I could get my hands on, and books and what to expect, and tried to keep them at home. And I'm gonna lecture you guys really quickly. Unsolicited advice. If you have a loved one that is experiencing Alzheimer's or dementia or any sort of rapid decline, try to have a plan in place. Nobody really wants to put anybody in a nursing home. It can be expensive. It can be emotionally devastating. The thing is that sometimes you think you have decisions when you really don't. You only have choices. The decision is being made for you, and you only have choices. And the more proactive you are, the better. And here's why. Because if you're trying to keep somebody safe at home and they have a fall and they have to go to the hospital, then social services gets involved. And sometimes there's people that say, people in authority, that even though you have this wonderful home, wonderful caregivers, that person cannot return home. In our case, we wanted to have home health come in. We couldn't because Bob wouldn't allow it. He was adamant. He wouldn't let anybody in the house. Everybody was stealing. It made it so much worse. And so just something silly. And he fell and he ended in the emergency room, and they wouldn't release him back to the house because, he was going to hurt my mom or somebody, and he wouldn't allow anybody in the house and all this other stuff. And so they put him in this like temporary rehab center. It was a horrible, horrible place. And at that point, our options for memory care centers were lessened. And here's why. Because he had already had a fall, and they didn't want to take somebody that had falls. If we had done that 2 days earlier, let's say there were 90 people on the list, there were probably 90 places that would have taken him. But after the fall, 70% of those go down. God forbid you get a bruise that doesn't heal, and you're really in trouble. So you just be as proactive as you can so that you are better able to make decisions, or you have more options open to you. So, Yvette, I want to see your guinea pigs. That's all I've been thinking about when I was sad. I know that's weird. Oh, Tracy Schuller, you don't mean that. And I'm running late on time, and I don't want to I don't want to bore people that don't want to hear about this. You don't want that. And you know what? I hadn't seen him since, let me think, February of 2020. And he was in a place about 45 minutes from my home. And it's because they shut down for COVID. The governor was very strict on nursing homes, and he lifted the ban, and some places allowed visitation. My mom was allowed visitation, and 2 other approved family members, and I wasn't. So it's been a while. I've talked to him on the phone. If you've ever dealt with anybody with Alzheimer's, it's hard to talk to them at the phone. I mean, he did still somewhat remember me, which is good. But there were days where back when I was visiting, he didn't at all. But anyway, what I was going to say is that, in my opinion, I've read all these articles, I've read tons of books or whatever. I feel like Alzheimer's patients are trapped in their head. They have all the information, they have all the words they're going to say. It's like when your computer gets backed up, or it's old, or you haven't defragged, or you haven't restarted your iPhone or whatever. It's so frustrating for them because it's all here and they just can't get it out. And then the less and less they communicate, they are sometimes labeled as combative or irritable or non-cooperative, and it's frustration. I mean, can you imagine, like, somebody's like, oh, you have to get out of bed, and you're like, oh my God, my back hurts so bad today, I can't, like, it's all locked up, but people are just pulling you out of bed because you can't say anything. And if you say, yeah, ouch, or try to push somebody away, like, they're, yeah. So it's, oh, Big T's mom, I'm so sorry. I totally get it. It's just, it's a very, very horrible disease. Yeah. I'm so sorry, Twin Mom 11. I am. That's awful. You say your mom passed from dementia. I wasn't there for her in the end. Yeah, I mean, we feel bad because he was alone. It was the middle of the night. This always happened in the middle of the night. Oh my gosh. Oh, sensible crime. I'm sorry. You say your parents died 4 months apart. You were sick with grief, but one thing is they were both still sharp mentally. Yeah, I mean, it's never easy, no matter what it is, It's funny. I've had some people say, well, you had to know it was coming. Like, I did. Of course I did. Of course I did. Doesn't, it's the finality of it. That's when you think about all those things. Yeah. They do know you love them. Yeah. No. You guys are so sweet. I love all your comments. Oh, Stephanie. I meant to click on your comment, but apparently I have issues. Hold on. You say, it is so good to see you. I've never been on chat before, but I watch every time you're on. I love you and I'm so proud of you. Thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate it. I do. Very much. Yes. Thank you, Abel. Hugs for everybody in here. You know what? Thank you for reminding me, because there was something I wanted to say to you guys, and for me anyway, it'll be the perfect way to end this kind of like show that was all planned out in my head. Don't have enough time to give to you. Gonna have to do a take 2. But give me a second here and I will find it, because it is something that I really, really love and I want to share it with you. So give me a second here. Talk amongst yourselves for just a second. I should have had it pulled up. I had all my other stuff pulled up. I just didn't realize I was going to have enough time to do it. I thought it was like super woman, and I'm not. I'm just normal. I have no superpowers at all. Should be coming up soon. If it doesn't, I'm going to have to just, again, send it to you later. I think I'm getting really, really, really close. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. Come on. Okay. Here it is. I can't show you because it's going to be reversed on camera, but I love this. So, tonight, these are not my words. I don't know whose words they are. Tonight, I am sending love to everyone who is trying to heal from the things they don't discuss. Okay? Sending everyone love who is trying to heal from the things they don't discuss. I don't think I'd ever mentioned anything that was going on in my life before. I know everybody here has something in their life that they're going through, that they're trying to heal from. And I guess as a pay it forward or a payback, I'm sending love to all of you tonight. So no matter what you're going through, some of you share things with me. Some of you sit silent and never participate in chat, which is fine. I get it. But I was going to say group love, but that sounds like really cultish and yucky. I'm just going to say, no matter what's going on in your life, I'm putting out amazing energy in the world to help ease your pain, lighten your load, soften your heart, all of those good things. Okay. So anyway, on that note, thank you, Charlie Faith. You guys are so sweet. I swear. Whatever you're saying, Chriselle, Seth Rogen and wife have become unofficial spokespeople regarding Alzheimer's. They're pretty awesome in that subject. Yeah. We just need we need a cure. There's got to be a cure for it because it's horrendous. All right. Can someone do my homework? That would be great. Okay. We'll each take a page, Ping. Group project. Everybody rally. We'll meet Discord later. I wish we could. I see what you're doing, Tracy Schuler. You silly little monkey. I love you. All right. So on that note, as I always say, oh, you're sweet. Thank you, Rain Dancer. Hey, Polly the Primate. It's good to see you. Trisha's going to be starting her show soon. So everybody head on over to WebSleuth and we will chat over there. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll go through all of this. We won't stop. It'll be like a cram session. We'll laugh. We'll cry. It'll be better than cats. All that good stuff. Okay. So, you guys, you're very sweet. On that note, I'm going to say goodnight. I hate to ask for likes and subscribes tonight because it was kind of a goat rodeo, but if you found it quirky, if you found yourself here, probably a bad first impression. But still hit that subscribe button just for fun. Hit like just for fun. Just be crazy. Run amok. Help a sister out. No, I'm kidding. Give me another chance. For those of you that stuck around and hung by me, thank you. And I will definitely see you all soon. Tomorrow night, I'll let you know a time in the community. I'll get you the documents. And we'll just roll on, my friends. On that note, you know what I usually say. Give me a second here because I got to do a couple things because I'm not in the groove anymore. Good night, everybody. I'll see you on the flip side. Thank you.